What the fuck?
Welcome back.
Listen, we are here. It's the Free Gents Podcast, man. Episode 41.
41 back in business. Better than ever.
We actually pre-recording this a little early, you know what I mean? So by the time this comes out, we're going to be like 3 days before New Year's. So happy early New Year's.
Happy early New Year to everybody.
To everybody. From yours truly, you got G's here. We got K-Cinco to my left.
We here in the building, filming. He's just trying to usher in a wonderful 2023.
Listen, it's been an eventful ass last couple of days for real. Because I ain't gonna lie, we recorded our last episode like 2-3 days ago.
Shout out Butter, you feel me?
Yeah, shout out to Butter, you know what I'm saying? Harold, Reaction Media.
Reaction Media. Listen.
It's been fucking wild. So me and Kumar just had a conversation off camera. We just discovered some ill shit. So y'all remember the pastor?
Pastor Whitehead.
Pastor Whitehead from Brooklyn. So he got a multi-million-dollar church in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember, it went viral that he got robbed at gunpoint during a live session, sermon or whatever it's called. Sermon. Okay, I don't want to use the wrong word.
That's a fact.
And offend somebody. But anyway, so he got robbed at a live sermon. So Kumar sends me this article yesterday like, yo, bro, why does man look like Coach Lamar? I'm like, Coach Lamar. It hit me immediately because he's like a legend in our memory. From like when we were 10 years old, like sixth grade.
It gotta be like sixth grade.
So we had the stugged out coach. You know how you gotta have that extra coach that got like the edginess to him.
You feel me? He was the motivator.
He was the motivator / the gangster. He pull up chains on, do-rag on, Range Rover,
Legit.
2 Rottweilers in the back of the Range Rover. Like he was out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He was bugging.
He was out of his fucking mind.
But we
even
loved
the
him.
workouts, but we loved the energy, right?
Coach Lamar was the man.
Coach Lamar was the man. So Kumar sends me this article, and it says Lamar Bishop Whitehead. I'm not thinking of nothing of it. I see well-dressed, dark-skinned dude. I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm like, what you send me this for? He like, yo, I think this is Coach Lamar. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I go on the Instagram page. First of all, Coach Lamar is exactly how we remember him. Balling. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo.
Wraiths, Range Rovers,
everything.
Lamp, whatever.
Gucci suits, Michael Myers, everything.
Around all celebrities, bust down Cardi. He's doing the live sessions at the church. Bust down watch on, bust down ring, bust down chain,
everything.
Cartier's on. I'm like, what part of Jesus is this? What part of the religion part is this? Because I don't get it. So anyway, he's on stage looking like a full-out rapper. I ain't gonna lie to you. Come to find out, we go on his Wikipedia page. Come on, send me this other article, and it says Lamar Bishop Whitehead was arrested in Teaneck, New Jersey in 2005 when he was living there. And I'm like,
yo, bro.
Yeah,
that's him. I was like, that's him.
I discovered this shit about 8 minutes ago, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still mindfucked by this shit.
We was off the camera just now bugging out. I'm like, yo, that's him, bro. I'm telling you.
It confirmed it. Once this Wikipedia said Teaneck, New Jersey, 05, I'm like, bruh. That's Coach Lamar. It made sense why he disappeared. He got locked up in 08 for fraud. He came home 2013, and he ran up the bag again.
It up.
Shout out to Coach Lamar.
Ran it up.
Listen, bro.
Buddy with Mayor Adams and all that. Like,
word?
What? That's his man.
That makes sense, though. Yeah, he was in New York, yo.
Yeah.
Coach Lamar, y'all just remember, he was legendary back then, but now I think he's even more of a legend.
No, he's the GOAT. I ain't gonna lie. He was getting it off.
But I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what kind of fraud he had going on. If he robbed the people at the church, you go to a special place of hell, King. I ain't gonna lie.
He gonna be doing a special sermon.
He getting a first class flight with a 4-bedroom penthouse suite in hell. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying?
So, how I discovered it, because he's been making the news for a while, for months now.
Right,
getting robbed, scamming, all that.
He got robbed on camera. That shit was crazy. That was viral everywhere.
And I'm looking at the picture. I'm looking at a picture recently. He got arrested. I'm like, yo, that looked like Coach Lamar. That look at the name. It said Lamar Whitehead. I'm like,
no way. I never knew his last name.
I never knew his last name either.
But you just put two and two. That's crazy.
That's him. That's him. I'm like, yo, that's him. I hit up some of my old teammates.
Right. I hit up everybody I could think of that knew him.
I was like, yo, this Coach Lamar. They're like, yo, that's him. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, that's him. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
The fact that it said Teaneck, he was arrested in Teaneck is crazy.
And this is in Brooklyn. He's doing that. That's right there. You're not telling me nothing. Right. He used to pull up in that Range Rover.
That same maroon Range Rover.
The same maroon Range Rover. He got arrested in the Teaneck with. I'm like, yo, he used to pull up. He used to bring his dog to practice to intimidate us.
Nigga, he had 2 Rottweilers in the back of the car. Like he was a nut. But neither here nor there, man. It's been a crazy couple weeks, man.
Wow.
Let's talk about it, because you got the Tory Lanez trial with Meg Thee Stallion. That's going on right now. That shit is going crazy, and it just got even more intense. I don't know if you've been keeping up.
Literally every day is something different with that trial.
So listen. I've been maintaining my stance that Tory's innocent, right? You know what they just discovered?
What?
So they just pulled out some evidence that Tory Lanez tried to intimidate both witnesses, Meg and Kelly. Who Kelly is Meg Thee Stallion's best friend, who was in the middle of the situation. It was basically like a three-way fight. Kelsey, not Kelly.
Yeah,
pardon me.
Nah, you're good.
They were getting into whatever that physical altercation led up to. That's the reason why this situation is all going on. And apparently, Tory tried to shut up both of them and signs both of them with $1 million. He's trying to settle with a little $1 million under the table. You know what I'm saying? Hold this M. And don't
ask, don't tell.
Say this shit was all made up. This never happened.
Word?
You know what I'm saying? Which isn't really good for my stance because I'm thinking my son is innocent and I'm still not jacking it. Because I still, even if they was lying, I'll be like, yo, listen, all right, you lied on me. Take this M, shut the fuck up, because now you're ODing. You really are trying to send me to jail. I'm gonna really do a 5 to 10 for shooting you. Like, and I didn't actually shoot you. It's crazy to me. Like, I don't know what's going on, man.
Honestly, it's a crazy situation. Because.
Do you think he did it or not? That's what I want to know. Marv, you think he did it or not? You think he did it? Not the bells going on. Mom say it ain't so.
Listen.
Y'all think he did it? I feel like you think he did it.
I don't know. Listen to the stories and the testimony and the lying and
it's the lying for me, bro.
But
and the thought, she said he hopped out the car
and
said, "This bitch and shot it in the foot." Come on, cousin. That's some movie shit.
But
that's some movie shit.
Yeah.
And he shot 5 times.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody letting off 5 warning shots. And I also don't know anybody that's gonna be point blank rage at you and miss you with 5 shots.
I don't think he was trying to kill her.
But he completely missed. I mean, dance bitch. I don't know.
You know how niggas be shooting now.
But yeah. But listen, it's been a lot of weird shit going on. Like one of the other people that was there was her hairstylist. I forget his exact name, but her hairstylist was there. Apparently, he was a witness, and so was her Meg's bodyguard. And now Meg's bodyguard's gone missing. He don't want to show up to trial. He don't want to testify. Who's paying him?
Who's Tory probably?
And from what I've been hearing, supposedly they have an audio recording of him admitting that the actual tussle is between Meg and Kelsey fighting for the gun.
Yes. I heard, and Kelsey was also Kelsey's gunshot residue. There's Kelsey and Meg on the gunshot.
There's only female DNA on that gun. Tory, there was no male DNA on the gun, not the bullets, nothing.
But he had gunshot residue on him as well.
Is that a fact? I don't remember it being that way.
That's a fact.
Okay, I mean that could happen, especially if you're in close proximity. Gunshot residue powder, it flies in the air.
Flies in the air.
Right.
So
that's how.
So
people
the
get
fact
caught up
that they
with
both have, and it's been uncovered that the fight was between Kelsey and Megan.
Right.
Coming from
Kylie Jenner's
house party.
Right. Where Kylie actually escorted Megan because she was too drunk. Literally, Kylie had escorted Megan because Megan started wilding apparently because Tory Lanez was trying to flirt with Kylie.
Yeah.
And he was clearly fucking Meg and the other friend. And they don't even know that they're both fucking him.
And then...
Meg knows that he's fucking both of them because she's the second party in that situation.
Exactly.
But she's like, ain't no way this nigga about to try to flirt with this bitch in front of you, which makes sense. Hey, listen, if I'm fucking all 3 of these bitches, I don't give a fuck who see me flirting with who. Fuck it. We moving messy anyway. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to press me for what? We all wrong.
We all wrong.
We all wrong.
ain't shit.
You know what I'm saying? We all ain't shit. I only think Kelsey's the one who should have felt the strongest. So I think Kelsey probably did the shooting.
And in the car, allegedly, Tory said to Kelsey, "I don't know why you're riding for her. She's been undermining you, with these dudes,
right,
and laying on the table,
which is very lame, very lame. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, which is very low down, dirty dog.
You throwing other niggas under the bus, and then at that, you telling her you pillow talking to a girl about another girl's business.
While she's he's there.
Listen, I don't. I'm not gonna condone that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll never condone that.
Pillow talking is crazy, and then pillow talking on another woman. You pillow talk on another woman.
Why they both right there? Why they both right there?
I mean, at that point, that's not even pillow. That's just airing shit out. You just being messy at that point.
Bro, you talking about emptying clips.
But it'd be like that when a nigga ready to just say fuck all these hoes. I ain't gonna lie. A nigga be on a rampage, man. Like, fuck you, bitch. I did this, and that. I don't give a fuck. Take it how you want it. I didn't want to talk to you no more anyway.
And allegedly, that's why Tory was texting to apologize because of
that's what made sense to me because they try to say, oh, Tory apologized when he was locked up, and it's like, yo, bro, that could have been an apology for anything. He didn't say I apologize for shooting or I apologize that I hurt you. or even that still could have said that could have been taken as hurt you emotionally. So it's like they didn't prove anything. They're trying to use this, and then it's like Meg getting caught up in a lie of saying she never fucked them, never had no sexual relations, and then she comes out a year later and says they were fucking. Yeah. It's like that already is fucking us up. And then
it's messy. And then
I just don't.
And Kelsey's testimony, she pleads the fifth.
And I don't know if y'all know girls. Listen. When girls get drunk, y'all are more gangster and reckless than niggas. I don't care what you say.
Damn.
I seen any girl that's reckless in regular life, if she gets drunk, I done seen some of the most gangster shit. And I'm talking about girls run up on niggas crazy. Like we got childhood stories. We didn't see it. Yeah, we had just mentioned his name before, but I ain't gonna air my man's out.
Yeah,
but
we not.
Shorty went and tried to press my man's. My man's might have been 5'6" at the time, but athletic, beats niggas up. That's what he does. Shorty like 5'11", she a little heavier set, and I don't know, she got gangster when my man was talking crazy, and my man's like, yo, is she talking to me?
Who
like,
she talking to?
My man, mind you, we was like 14, 15 at the time. So we all try to stop him. We try to jump on him. Like, nah, bro, I just want to talk. And then he whispered to his cousin right next to him, like, yo, I ain't gonna, I'm about to beat this bitch up. I'm like, yo, bro, chill. Like, that's not how it goes. But what I'm saying is, she was really pressing a button. So what I'm saying is, if girls do shit like that to guys all the time, especially Meg being so tall, Tory Lanez being 5'4",
and the fact that he just aired out, you feel me? It could have been a lot.
But I say all that to say I don't see no situation where even if the man is vastly shorter and maybe undersized, I don't see why he would have to feel the need, I'm going to grab his gun and shoot at her and not shoot her. If you're going to do all that, just shoot her, first of all. Second of all, I feel like he could have handled that physically with his bare hands. And I don't think he had any nervousness. I don't think he's nervous that he can't control Meg. Like, a grown-ass man can hold her down. I'm sorry.
But,
I don't know how many push-ups she do, pull-ups. I don't know how strong she is, but I highly doubt that he would feel the need to go shoot her. That's some shit you do when you find out your baby mom's been cheating on you with your best friend and the third kid isn't really yours, it's your man's. That's some shit you go shoot a bitch for. You're not about to go shoot her over no argument or because you feel self-defense. And I'm not saying that's the right, I'm not saying you're supposed to shoot somebody like that for. All I'm saying is people have emotional reactions and do absurd shit when it's that kind of level of shit. Not over no argument or she might have punched me a couple times. I'm not shooting no woman over no physical altercation.
She way bigger than him. He might have the Napoleon complex going on.
The Napoleon complex will let him know I can dominate her. I don't need a gun to do that.
I don't know. I like I said, I don't see it. It's a messy situation.
It's messy, but I don't see it.
And then when Kelsey took the stand, now she wants to plead the fifth and want immunity. And
she dropped the whole diss track though.
Yeah, I know. I see
mid-pandemic, talking about if it would have been me shooting, it would have been a murder.
Yeah, I've seen that.
What are we talking about? This shit don't make no sense. The more and more I keep listening to this shit, bro,
that's why
I don't know. Everybody's getting paid off.
And
let me not forget to mention, one of the jurors apparently, one of the people on the jury, juror number 39, apparently was found in the elevator twice with Tory Lanez. And I don't know if you guys know this about the judicial system, but the jury is not supposed to have any kind of contact.
Mistrial.
They're not supposed to have any kind of contact, any isolated contact with any of the defendants or the like either side. They're not supposed to be able to get in contact with either side. So how the hell do you have?
That sounds like a mistrial.
It sounds like, hey, people is getting paid off. Because how do you accidentally end up in the elevator? If me and you go to court and we're on opposite sides, they don't let us get on the elevator.
So
they tell you, like, if I'm the defendant and y'all trying to blame me for some shit, they'll let me go out first and tell you, hold back for a second. Trust me, I know. I've been there. So it's like, it's funny business going on, man.
I have a few issues. So
go ahead. What's your hypothesis?
One of my issues One of my issues is that if he's innocent, why it sound like people getting paid off? Doesn't make sense.
I'm saying though,
doesn't make sense.
I'm innocent and I realize y'all are still dragging it. Like, yo, my last resort is, yo, you're not gonna get $1 for any of the shit you about to try to pull. Here's $1 million. Do the right thing. Meg, $1 million.
If you're innocent, I'm not paying nobody off. Nah, I'm not. I ain't do it.
But you got listen. They're at a he say she say. There's no surveillance footage. It's your word versus mine. I'm a young black man in this situation. I've had violent situations before. It's very easy.
He has a history of violence.
It's very easy to try to chalk this into and try to put this image and put this false narrative out on somebody. If it's false, this is all alleged, so we really don't know yet. But it's very easy to just chalk that up and be like, nah, he did it. And I don't know. His last resort could be that.
Like I said, I I don't know, man.
His last resort could be that. And when you say it doesn't make sense why people get paid off, people settle outside of court all the time.
Yeah.
Think about all the celebrities that settle, and they're like, here, get paid. But this is legal though. They legally settle out of court.
The difference is this is a criminal trial though. You can't pay someone off doing a criminal trial.
Of course. But what I'm saying is these celebrities these companies be innocent. They be having their innocence. They just don't care to have to go to trial and go fight through all this. And like you said, it's different between criminal and
other type of trial. But criminal trial, you can't do that because it's not Meg Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. It's the state versus Tory Lanez. This is a criminal trial.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you said, why would you be, if he's so innocent, why would he be trying to pay people off? And I'm saying people settle out of court in regular municipal court, not in criminal court, and they settle just to not have to deal with the issue that's going on.
But it's different type of courts. He has
I don't think you get what I'm saying.
I know. I understand.
I'm gonna keep repeating myself.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
You can be innocent and not want to fight the case. That's it. Yes, we're talking about between the difference is one thing is just money, monetarily you're gonna be penalized. The other thing is you're gonna go to jail. I understand that. But at the end of the day, they're both things you don't want. And people try to settle out of court even when they're innocent.
That's true.
That's what I'm getting at.
That's true. That's true.
And if it's a last resort, these bitches lying. Yo, take this money, please. You're not going to get shit. Kelsey, you're not getting $1. You ain't haven't spoken in 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
so more than anything, I would want to pay Kelsey instead of Meg, because Meg is clearly devoted to try to fry you, and $1 million to Meg ain't the same as Kelsey. Even though I don't think Meg really got the kind of bag that people think she had.
She
might have a couple.
It's a very messy situation all around. I really don't know what happened. I can't.
Yeah. I want to see this shit come to an end, man.
The way it's unraveled and unfolded.
It's getting messier and messier.
It's getting messier and messier. And the prosecution played back a previously recorded tape of Kelsey admitting it was Tory. And now when she takes a stand, she wants to plead the fifth.
Admitting or saying it was Tory?
Well, it's saying.
Yeah, because admitting is, once again, we throwing it. I really think my son's innocent, bro. I don't know.
I really don't know, bro.
I think I got PTSD because I'm a victim of bitches lying. Like, literally. Like, I'm in court as we speak for some shit that literally didn't happen. Like, and that shit just got brought up in my application to go get another apartment in Miami. They got me with multi-state felony counts now. It's like, this is hilarious because this shit literally didn't happen. So when I think about this shit, it really touches home for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know what it's like when people whatever. I'm not even gonna try to plead my innocence on YouTube because that's goofy as fuck, to be honest. Because nobody's gonna believe you. Nobody gives a fuck. But if you know my character, the shit that I got accused of, I'm still fighting the case. So I'm not even. It shouldn't even be on my record. But somehow it's there that I've been arrested for, even though I've never been convicted for it. But it's just like, I know what it is when people are lying, bro. And that shit is raw. And people come and get their sisters. They go and get people to testify. They make up everything they can, even though you got all the evidence in the world that said this didn't happen. People are gonna come do that, bro. Because it's happened to me.
Listen,
it's happening as we speak.
So you can't really be subjective in this situation because of the personal issues that you're going with, unfortunately.
Of course, but what I'm saying is people will go to court on you. People will pay whatever they want on you, and people will do whatever they want because they have no other leeway. They're mad. At the end of the day, Meg might just be mad because she was fucking off on her friend too. But she make sure they already know that. So I don't even know what the fuck Meg was over there mad for. She was on some pride. I'm telling you, women's pride, especially a millionaire girl, bro. I don't mean to sound sexist, but these women are way more prideful than men, bro. Look in the wild, my nigga. It's the lioness. You gotta watch out for the mama bear. You don't hear shit about Papa Bear. He's fucking off trying to eat some salmon out the creek. Mama Bear out here holding shit down. At the end of the day, look at when they talk about dogs, they tell you get a female dog. Why? Because they're the aggressor. They're the most territorial. Yeah. When it comes down to it, bro, women are the most vicious thing. They might not be able to physically dominate every man, but they'll find a way. You know what I'm saying? They use this court system.
They're diabolical.
They different, bro. When they just a little different. Most men, when they have a problem with you, they're gonna want to hurt you physically. Women, they might not be able to hurt you physically, but they got something for that ass. They got something for that ass, and it's easy to play victim for a woman because they don't have that dominance over you physically most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's mixy.
It's mixy. Like I said, my stance is I don't know. I don't know.
It's been messy, man.
It's very messy.
From one mess to another, man. Some shit that really broke my heart, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was dead depressed. I was for like an hour. I ain't gonna lie. Like it was a week or that. But I was really upset and hurt in my heart. Like I wasn't even so upset. It was just hurt. Man, Gunna, man. The YSL Rico case.
Gunna.
Bro. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not really here to say who's snitching and who's not. But we all saw the video, the audio, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good, and it hurts.
Listen.
He's
definitely snitching, bro. That's dry snitching.
It's not funny. It's not funny because I didn't think you was about to say that.
It's a fact. It's definitely dry snitching.
I 100% did not think you was about to say that.
It's a fact. It is what it is, bro.
No, it is what it is.
Because
there's a lot of like little nuances that could like change this, but I want to hear what you have to say.
So if you've been following the trial, Young Thug's whole case is that YSL is not a criminal organization.
Right.
Gunna admitted YSL is a criminal organization. Anything that you say to give leverage to the prosecution, to your co-defendant, right? That's snitching, bro.
Yeah.
That's and you gotta realize he had a 5-year sentence. He got off in 1 year off of Rico. It's crazy.
He got off in 6 months, gang.
That's crazy, yo.
He got locked up May 9th.
It's crazy.
It's been 6 months, not a year.
Off a Rico case.
Yeah.
He admitted that. Well, I mean,
that YSL he admitted YSL was a gang. He admitted that he knew he had knowledge of crimes committed by to further YSL as a gang.
Yes,
and he admitted to test. No, that's not admitting. He agreed to testify if he gets called back to court.
I mean, of course. What do you think the prosecution is going to do? Listen, they do this in all RICO cases. There's somebody at the top, right? Okay, we're gonna let, for lack of a better term, the underlings. We're gonna let them sit for a little bit. Build a case and try to get them to turn, let them out, and then while we stack up the case on the big fish, it's the same formula. It's very unfortunate, and my problem is, I hate when people talk about that you can't comment on someone else's life, the decisions that they made, even though you didn't make them. For example, so let's say Joe Biden makes a speech, right, and it's a horrible speech. Somebody will say, well, you can't go up there and speak like that. I didn't choose that lifestyle. I didn't choose the lifestyle to go up there and speak like that. Most people are not going to try to square up and tackle Derrick Henry in the hole. You feel me?
Right.
But most people didn't choose that. That doesn't mean I can't criticize somebody that chose that lifestyle.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. People would be like, you wouldn't have stood. You wouldn't have stood.
You would have snitched. You would have said. You would have told. I didn't choose that. I didn't choose the gangster lifestyle.
Right.
That's not the lifestyle I chose. That doesn't mean I can't criticize someone who has.
Yeah.
That's my whole standpoint. Oh, you would have went up there and snitched. I'm not a gang. I never claimed to be a gangster.
Yeah.
You feel me? I never lived that lifestyle.
Yeah, because people are gonna be looking back at this right now. And
like, oh, y'all don't even live this life.
Yeah, I don't even like.
Bro, I didn't live that lifestyle. Joe Biden can go up there and bomb a speech. That doesn't mean I can go up there and make a wonderful speech.
So let me say this, okay? Because not only has Gunna came out and took that plea deal, right?
Duke, the YSL, one of the creators.
Duke. His name is just Duke. Lil Duke, the rapper.
Lil Duke. I know
Lil Duke, the rapper. He's like Young Thug's right man. He just took a plea deal, and he has a 10-year suspended sentence. He's about to come out. I think he actually just came out. Him and Slime Life Shorty. Another one.
I'm telling you.
They all took plea deals, and if I'm not mistaken, they all agreed that YSL was a gang.
Yeah.
When they in their plea deal, they all admitted to YSL being a gang. Now, what I've been hearing is, all right, there's so much evidence against Young Thug already that proves that YSL is a gang that them admitting that on paper really doesn't make a difference. That's what I've been hearing. Like that, I'm trying to like give you both sides of like why people are saying Gunna might not be telling you. Okay, listen, I know it's fucking crazy, but apparently it's because there's already enough evidence, so them saying it isn't going to change anything. Thug was not going to be able to say that YSL was not a gang. You know what I'm saying? It was already. There's been plenty of people testifying that it's been a gang since 2010, 4 or 5 years, 2 to 3 years before Young Thug ever dropped a hit. So it wasn't music. It was a gang before it was ever music. Cool. Then. And they already have shootings, all types of crimes that happened before any of the music popped off. So that's already proven. And they had niggas that was testifying in 2011 on them, and this shit didn't get brought up to 2014. Like nobody even knew that they was getting out early because they was telling on YSL back in 2011, 2012, 2013. So, like I said, Gunna admitting that didn't really make a difference because apparently there's way too much evidence against it. Then Gunna admitting the same thing, that there's been crimes to further to further the progress, the cause of furthering YSL. There's been plenty of crimes committed that he's aware of. Once again, plenty of evidence behind that. So him admitting that isn't really changing anything that they were already going to prove. He was already down in the gutter. And then they're saying that he has a 5-year suspended sentence, which really, he'll only get in trouble if he violates his parole or in terms of his release, and part of the terms of release that he agrees to testify if he gets called to the witness stand. Now, if he gets called to the witness stand and refuses to testify, by the time Young Thug's trial is over, this might be another year or two. Trial won't even start to almost a year from now. So he would have walked into court with 3 years left on his sentence, plead the fifth, get violated on his parole for pleading the fifth, and now he just got to do the remainder of them 3 years. Fuck around and come out in 2 years with still like another 6 months to a year of parole. You know what I'm saying? So it can still be a play. I feel like there's still a way for him to gain his, because at the end of the day, if he don't get up there and actually testify, then how did he actually snitch? Because yeah, like you said, I mean, if he didn't, him saying that, him admitting that YSL's a gang, yes, that would definitely be going against. That's giving the prosecutors leverage against Young Thug, right? But they already had that.
That's not the point.
You're right.
When you play innocent, none of that was true.
But listen. This is what I was saying. Imagine if, come to find out, they came to an agreement and Thug was like, "Yo, I'm fried. Y'all do what y'all got to do. Don't take these pleas, because these niggas got $1 million lawyers. These ain't no regular lawyers.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Gunna's lawyer is the same lawyer that had T.I. come out.
Oh yeah,
T.I. got caught with grenades and all types of rocket launches and shit.
Wait. Speaking of, time out. Wait. Hold your thought. Did you hear what T.I. said in a recent interview?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I think we're gonna have to talk about that, and that's gonna have to segue into the next thing. Okay. So T.I.'s lawyer is Gunna's lawyer. The same T.I.'s lawyer that let him get away. All he did was a year in jail.
Silencers.
He had silencers. He was ready for war. T.I. was strapped. Yeah, T.I. was strapped for war. Got pulled over in like Texas or some shit. Ended up beating that case. Well, he didn't beat it because he ended up going to jail for it and got convicted. But he had to do like 500 hours of community service. He fucked around and had a TV show based on the community service. That was part of his community service.
And I got them same kind of guns like T.I.
R.I.P. Shorty Low.
R.I.P. Shorty Low.
But we say that to say T.I. ended up having to be on Crime Stoppers. And you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot more to it. But the same case that T.I. got is almost the same case that that Gunna's getting right now. The same outcome is kind of the same thing that Gunna's getting. But even worse, Gunna never got caught with anything.
But that's the problem. That's the problem with the Rico case. That's why racketeering is so tricky. All they have to prove is that you had knowledge and that you had involvement to further the cause of crimes. That's all they have to prove, that you're associated with them.
But you know what?
That's the problem with the Rico case.
I don't know how this shit's gonna end up.
We don't know how it's gonna end up, but that's
because the real problem with Thug's case is the murder.
Yeah.
Without the murder, racketeering and all that, he'll fuck around and do a 5 to 10. But you put murder in the mix, shit, we talking 30 plus. You know what I mean? And it's the murder that they trying to avoid. So all that other shit is really nothing. Like at the end of the day, all them gun charges, the switch, everything they find out, all that shit's getting thrown out once they hit them with murder. Yeah. They hit you with murder, all that shit don't matter. Or it's all gonna run concurrent. They're not gonna give you extra time for that shit. You're gonna get hit with a murder. About the end. That's what they give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? And his shit being first degree. You know what I'm saying? Being the head, the shot caller, they're gonna fucking bake you. They're gonna give you a 40 to 50 if they can. You know what I mean? So it's fucking spooky, man. And all these people taking these plea deals, I don't know, man. I'm praying for Thug for real, man. This shit is looking nasty, but this is a learning lesson.
It definitely is a lesson.
It's like my son G. Perico says, man, I'm in love with a lifestyle that there's no winning in. There's no winning in it.
There is no winning.
There's no winning. I think that's the ultimate message here. You know what it is for Thug to go from multi-millionaire to Gunna, multi-millionaire, sitting around you got 8 kids outside. Like, what the? They going out fatherless, and now they're gonna have no means to support themselves financially. Eventually, like the money's gonna dry up in jail. You know what I'm saying? Boosie will tell you that. So it's a learning lesson, especially for the youth, especially for the people that are coming up in the rap game right now. Since there's so much violent. The whole rap game is based on violence for real, and speaking on it and really living what you speak on. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I hope some kid out there is learning. Okay, we're not gonna push this music with a gang name. I'm gonna just be me. I'm not gonna throw up these gang signs. We're not gonna talk about shit that's really happening. We already see how that went for Bobby Shmurda. We see how that's going for Thugger. We see how it's going for everybody. You know what I mean? But like you were saying though, so T.I.
So T.I.
Tip Harris. T.I. comes out and talks about how he told on his dead
older cousin, yeah.
His dead older cousin, because they apparently got pulled over or something. They caught gun charges together, and his cousin had died later on, and during the trial, his cousin died, unrelated situation.
Yeah, unrelated.
I forget from what. But his cousin dies, and T.I.'s lawyer is like, look,
listen, if you
we can sweep all this shit under the rug.
If
you say that's his.
If you say that's his.
And I'm gonna be honest, I understand the street code, and motherfuckers is like, you don't tell by any means. But listen, if I'm your dead cousin, you better fucking tell on me. You hear me?
You better listen. It was mine. It was mine.
Go home. Fuck are you talking about? Fuck the streets. Go home. Move from the streets. If niggas think you a snitch for that, then just move. Cousin, I'm giving you the green light.
That is a get out of jail free card.
I will come haunt the fucking shit out of you if I come to find out you did not snitch on me, nigga. I'm like, you the dumbest nigga ever. I will be in your jail cell with you, and you gotta be the goofiest nigga ever. My dumb ass is in jail, nigga. Fuck with anything. Like, what are you talking about? You better I'm taking that charge. I'm dead.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But of course, the streets is the streets, and I ain't gonna disrespect the streets and say these people are crazy, but like, man please, you fucking kidding me if you think.
But everybody, it's funny because
everybody got an opinion, man.
Because everybody was like,
Some people are conflicted.
Boosie's
not jacking it, and I feel him. I get it. I get it.
No, but everyone was fishy. Like, how T.I. get off? Like, how?
Mm-hmm.
How?
But I don't think that had anything to do with that same case, though. That wasn't the case.
That wasn't the gun case?
I don't think so.
I think it was.
We
have to look it up.
Maybe, yeah, we gonna have to look it up.
I think it was with the silencers and all that, and the grenade launcher and all that.
Maybe.
I think he was moving shiesty.
I don't know.
He was wilding. He was wilding.
My son was ready for war.
Legit.
But yeah. So that situation, and it's been a lot because like for example, talking about telling on the dad. Actually, 22 G's. That's a situation people try to say he snitched because of the situation that happened in Miami in like 2015.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all familiar with 22 G's. He's a Brooklyn rapper. He's actually really like the godfather of New York drill. I ain't gonna lie. People might hate me for saying that, but it's just the facts. I ain't gonna lie. He was one of the first we seen in the twirling dance, all that shit y'all see people doing. 22 G's. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's a little 5'4", little dark-skinned motherfucker from Brooklyn, and this nigga will shoot you. Allegedly. You know what I mean? But not for nothing, like, everybody, people that are familiar with the situation, they had a little situation in Miami. He was with a car with like 2 or 3 of his friends. They got into some type of shootout, I think on a highway or something. That led into a police chase. They ended up crashing out. One of the passengers died, which obviously was his friend. Apparently, the guns and the shooting and everything was put on the dead friend. And a year or two later, 22 G's comes out. Everybody else in that case, everything's dropped. So this isn't an unfamiliar situation where people die in the midst of trial and we chalk the blame on the person that's dead.
Yeah.
And that's all allegedly, because I wasn't in court. I don't know, but this has been the rumor for years now that's what happened with 22G situation. And there's a man by the name of Terrence Gangsta Williams. I don't know if you ever heard of Terrence Williams. It's Birdman's brother, his half brother. Yeah, Birdman. Yeah, his #1 stunner, baby.
I ain't gonna say no more.
So Terrence Williams is a fucking like notorious gangster from New Orleans. Done allegedly, actually not allegedly, because he went to jail for it. He admitted to this shit, murders, shootings, all that shit. He just came home from like a 30-year sentence, if I'm not mistaken, or I think 25. Yeah, he did 25 out of the 40 he was supposed to serve. Now at first he went in. And he took his time, didn't say a word. 20 years in, almost everybody in his crew died. They were the original Hot Boys. Like, Lil Wayne, BG, Turk. That's the Hot Juvenile. That's the Hot Boys, the rap group. But they were based on a street gang named the Hot Boys, which was Terrence Gangsta Williams and his friends, his Codys at the end of the day, because they all ended up getting indicted. Same thing. They had a continuous criminal enterprise, CCE charges, all types of RICOs. They were fried. And in the midst of that, so like I said, they all were committing murders and crazy-ass crimes. They all died except for Terrence Gangsta Williams, who was preserved by the jail. That's the only reason why he was alive. He even says that. So 20 years in, one of the jailhouse lawyers, for people who don't know, that's like a dude that's been in jail for so long that he studies law all day and pretty much knows all the law, and he's a lawyer at that point. He gave him the idea, like, yo, bro, like you can offer up information on people that died that are still up cases that's actually valuable, and that'll help lessen your time. So long story short, he ends up telling on a couple murders that his friends did that already died, and they were already being suspect for, but they were never proven guilty in court at least. So apparently that's how he knocked his 40 into a 25-year sentence.
I didn't know about that.
Birdman was not feeling it. So Birdman was actually financing his whole jail sentence the whole time. The second he did that, Birdman cut him off. Say, yo, it's over. Like, they had a quick conversation on the phone. Apparently, it was like no more than 30 seconds. He said, yo, we signed up for the street rules. He said we signed the rules. When we signed up, we took an oath for these rules. You broke those rules. I'm sorry, but he's like, I love you. If you need some, if you need some, you know you can reach out to Slim, Birdman's other half brother, because it's like 10 of them. I know. He's like, you can reach out to Slim, reach out to Moms, but it's over. And Birdman hasn't spoken to him since. And that was like apparently like 8 years ago since then. And Terrence has been out for like barely a year. And it's just crazy to think like, damn, the streets is bigger than family. Damn, the streets is bigger than anything. And I can respect it and I can understand it.
Listen,
you gotta respect it. Yeah, it's different rules, but it's a mind blowing game, and there's really no winning in that shit, man.
There's no winning.
There's no winning. Birdman and them is looking at him like, nah, bro, you're supposed to sit down and keep the rest of your life. Keep the next 15, because he's already like 50.
Yeah.
Keep the next 15, come out as a senior citizen. Hold that 15 down.
Yeah.
It's easy to tell a man that when you ride around racing Bugattis and shit, you got Lil Wayne's publishing in your back pocket. Like, it's a little easier to say that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. It's just
I didn't even hear about that. That's
yeah, go on Vlad. If y'all haven't checked out his Vlad TV interview, Terrence Williams on Vlad TV. It's a fucking dope ass story. I think everybody should go check it out. It's fucking crazy. And like, if you see the pictures of him, you could tell he was a wild boy. Wild fucking boy. He's in the middle of the club with 2 choppers and you know the what's the shit called, the Huey P. Newton, like the chair he sits in, the straw, the big straw like throne. He's in that shit in the middle of the club like this with 2 big ass AKs. I'm like, yo, what kind of fucking respect you got? You could just walk around the club with 2 fucking choppers on you and nobody's batting an eye. Like, that was him. And that was his security. It was him walking around the club, 2 choppers on at all times. This nigga's a fucking lunatic.
That's wild, bro.
Nah,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna have to look that
up. No,
up.
look it up. It's a fucking dope ass story. And even him explaining the whole come up of Birdman, Juvenile, everything. Him knowing Lil Wayne since he was 10, because he's much younger than Birdman. He's like, if I'm not mistaken, he's like 6-7 years younger. So, and Wayne's like 12 years younger than Birdman. So him and Wayne was way closer in ages. You know what I mean? And he was just explaining the come up, and long story short, Turk and BG was burnt the fuck out. Them niggas is real street niggas, really been in some shit. And if you really want to find out about the backstory of the real Hot Boys and the music group of the Hot Boys, dope ass story. Go check that shit out.
Nah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, man. But I realized, like, yo, we just went straight court this whole fucking episode, legit. And we supposed to be talking about the new year coming in. Like, I'm not foreseeing anything, because what is it today? Like, today's like the 20th or some shit. I don't even know what day it is.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's the 20th. I got a dentist appointment at 1 o'clock. It's the 20th. And yeah, so we 11 days ahead of the time, man. And I know 2023 is gonna be a beautiful year coming in for us.
My question is, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Get money. Progress. That's always gonna be my New Year's resolution. I wake up every day telling myself, yo, you gotta keep progressing.
And that's great. My mentor told me that most people who, you know, are successful, quote unquote, they don't really have New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, that's what this is me every day.
Yeah, because why would you wait? I mean, maybe little things, but why would you wait for an arbitrary day on the calendar to make a big change in your life?
Right.
Why don't you have it tomorrow year's resolution, today's year's resolution? You can start that anytime.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you wait for an arbitrary day on the calendar in order to make real progressive steps in order to change your life?
Right.
You know, if that was really that serious, if it's something that you really wanted to do, you can start now.
That's exactly what my answer was. I'm glad I answered the way I answered.
No,
because I really don't have one. My shit gonna be the same shit it's gonna be every day. Get money and keep progressing.
No, seriously.
That's the grind of life for me.
And you know, New Year's coming up. There's a book that I read every year. It's called Compound Effect.
You read it every year?
Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect.
You actually did mention that book to me.
Yeah. And I read it every January. And basically, in the book, it's all right. So look at the flight pattern from like 2 planes taking off from LAX, right? And there's only 1 degree difference in trajectory, right? So if you look at the map of the United States, by middle America, looks like they're on the same path.
Right.
But at the end, one ends up going to New York, the other one goes to Boston. That's basically what the compound effect is. A continuous change, small changes continuously can make a big difference. Now, let me give you an example.
That was a gem too for your eyes, and you didn't catch that.
Well,
that 1 degree of difference.
One degree of difference. So if you look at the flight patterns by Middle America, you would think they're going to the same place.
Yeah, we going from LAX. Yeah, you would think they're going to the same place, but we ain't going to the same place, baby. But I've been doing a little more than you, or you've been doing a little more than me, and that's the reason why we're going to end up in two completely different locations.
So let's say,
figuratively,
let's say you start out. Let's say you start out right. 1. I'll take you to math class. 1. 1 times 1.00 is 365 days to the 365th power.
What the fuck did you just do?
1 to the 300.
You caught that?
1 to the 365th power.
Okay.
You know what that equals?
365?
1.
1. Yeah.
1.
Right.
1.
Because it's times 1.
It's times 1. Yeah. Exactly. 1 times 1 to the 365th. But 1 times 1.01 times 365, that equals almost 36.
Oh, that
was almost 38. Almost 38.
Right.
So if you do 1/100th of progress every day, it doesn't have to be big. You'll be 38 times better than you when you started. That's what the compound effect is.
And it all made sense.
1/100th of a unit good, every day. Every day.
He's fucking good.
Every day. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a big change. That's what the compound effect is. It's continually compounding on itself. Just like, let's say if there was a huge bag.
You just fucked my head
Think about it. You'll be 38 times better than you started off.
I got my own little compound thing I be thinking about that I kind of made up. I made it up completely myself. Is my whole motto has always been no days off. And I really live by that. Or I don't take no days off unless it's for my son or if I'm traveling, that don't really count. But I look at it like this, like if I'm working, let's say 365 days a year, or let's say 350, might be 15 days total I might take off in the year. And like I said, that's a family situation, I might be traveling, 350 days a year. Now the average person works what, 5 days a week? You got 5 days a week, you got 2 days off. 5 days a week, 52 weeks in a year, you're gonna end up with 260 days of work. 260 days of work, and I work 350, I got 90 more days of progress than you do just off pure mathematics. I've been productive for 90 more days. 90 days out of a year, that's a quarter of a year. Because 90 times 4 is 360.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, in 4 years, I've done a whole extra year worth of work than what you've done. Because you've been taking 2 days off.
That's a compound effect.
And I've always thought about it like that, and I preach it that way because it's like, yo, you can't afford to be taking these days off. I'm like, you can if you want to. By all means, live your life how you want to live your life. You know what I'm saying? But if you really trying to get on this progress, if you're really trying to get on doing the most that you possibly can, you got to learn how to be productive every single day. It might not be physically working your 9 to 5, 7 days a week. Find something else to do the other 2 days.
That's what I'm saying. And in that math problem, it's literally 1/100th. No, well, yeah, 1/100th of progress every day. It's little. It's little. Yeah, but so compounded. Minuscule. I'm not even talking about bigger numbers. I'm talking about you doing something little to progress yourself forward every day. Just got to be consistent.
What's
just like
1/100th of 24 hours?
1/100th.
2.4 minutes? No.
100. Okay, so you got to carry the decimal over twice.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would be...
minutes be weird because it doesn't go by 100. It goes by 60 seconds.
Yeah, all right, yes.
It gets a little complicated because I've done this type of math before and it never made sense.
It's not 100. It's not.
Yeah, it gets weird because numbers only when you talk about time, it goes from 0 to 60.
Yeah,
and I don't.
It's not.
Long story short, I'm trying to think about how much time a day do you have to focus on one thing. So you're that 100. Like, what is 1/100th of a day?
No, I'm saying 1/100th of effort. I'm talking about exactly.
So I'm thinking time wise, if you put 1/100th of your day towards something different that you never would have. Rather it be fucking doing yoga, it could be fucking reading for an extra 2 hours out of the day. I just thought about it. 24 hours, then 24 hours would be 10. So it'd be like 24 minutes. Go spend 24 minutes doing exercise. You know how much of a difference that'll make in 365 days?
Yeah, if you do that every day, you know how much difference.
Just reading for 20 minutes a day.
Let's say there's a huge jar of Skittles, M&Ms, whatever the case may be, and you pick one up every day. Now. Once you start doing it, you're like, wow, this doesn't make a big difference. Right. But as you continue doing it, it's like, wow, at the end of the day,
the end of the year,
at the end of the year, the Skittles will be gone. Right. But while you're in it, like the 125th day, it's like, wow, am I really making any progress?
Yeah.
But that's what it's compounding on. You're not starting every day from scratch. You're starting on compounding what you've done before.
Ooh,
that's what the compound effect is.
I like that.
You're not starting every day from scratch.
Yeah.
If you work out today and work out tomorrow, you're not starting over tomorrow. You're compounding on the work you did yesterday.
Ding ding.
That's what it's about.
Facts.
That's what it's really about.
You fucking smart. I like the way you put that. Nah, for real.
Nah, that's what it's really about. So that I read that book every January. It helps me kickstart my year, and even when I don't want to do stuff, it really puts the battery in my back in order. Okay, even if I do something little today, I'm satisfied with that. Even some days I really don't want to do anything. If I do something little, then I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm on the right track.
What or who influenced you to live like that? Because I know you were always good in school, great in school, but you hated to do any of that shit. So what made you start reading every day?
You know,
is it every day you read, or as often as you do? Because I can't pick up a book.
Okay, so my thing was growing up that we were forced to read stuff, and it was finding stuff that was interesting to me. Once I found like I like self-help books, I like business books, I like stuff that's gonna help me and motivate me in life. Right. So that's the stuff that I read. You know, I'm not one to sit down and read a novel. So that's what it was. It was finding something that I like to read in order to pick up a book. And what's really helped me is some of my mentors in the past.
Right.
And, you know, once I really started clinging to them and realized, you know, if I want to be where they're at, you know, and wow, this stuff is really helping me in my everyday life. And it's really, so basically that's what it was. Just finding stuff that really interests me. And stuff that I can use that'll help me that I can carry with every day, that I can learn from every day. So that's what it really was. So I used to hate reading, bro. You know me.
Yeah, exactly.
Spark Notes, Cliff Notes is like all day, every day.
Yeah, shout out to Spark Notes and Cliff Notes.
All day, every day. Yeah, but it was just really finding what really helped, what really I like to read. So, you know, but yeah, every January I read that book, and you got to realize, you know how many people rewatch movies and find something new in it?
Right,
find something different.
I was thinking that. That's why I never questioned, like, yo, why would you reread the same book? Because, it's just like a movie.
Rewatching movies. You watch it from a different perspective. Oh, wow. I was so caught up on this part of the book that I really overshadowed this. And or reiterated what I thought from the first time I read it.
Yeah, and also by the end of the book the first time, now you have this predecessor on the characters, and now you're looking out for certain things that you might have missed. Because now you know at the end of the book, this is who he's gonna be. Bet now I can catch the little sneaky shit he did.
Exactly.
Now I can see the why this message made more sense, or why this part is even part of the book. It's like this part didn't make no fucking sense at the time. But now that I reread it, oh, that's why he did that. That's why he said. That's why he questioned that, asked that. Because that's how it is with movies.
It's the same. It's the same thing. You know. Yeah. Oh, why would you read a book over again? You know, it's the same thing with movies. How many times have you watched the same movie?
You know what it is? Reading is a physical thing. Like you gotta actually like try. You have to open up the page and every fucking word. God, it's a lot of fucking words. Like I can't fucking do it, bro.
Nah, I'm telling you. You just gotta find something.
No, I know I gotta do it because I believe it's what's his name? Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett. If I'm not mistaken, he says he reads like 2 or 4 hours a day or some shit like that.
Yeah, he And
it's like, listen, if that's what he's doing, I gotta subscribe.
I think he reads 2 hours a day. I think he reads like 40 books a year, something like that.
That's fucking insane. That's almost a book.
He spends a big chunk of his day reading.
Yeah, that's dope. Reading. My mom is like that too.
And I listen. I tell people all the time, I'm not smart. I just listen to people who are smarter than me. I just regurgitate what they say. I'm not. I just learn from people who are smarter. And that's how I do it through books. I just learn from people who's smarter, who's know more, who can teach me, and I just repackage whatever information they have and use and apply it into my own life.
Damn. Yeah, you're right. And that's one of the best traits people can have is the ability to learn from others' mistakes. A lot of people don't. I feel like you were really good at that from a youngin'. Like you didn't get the fuck up a lot because you just saw it. You was like, that's dumb. I'm not gonna do that.
Not gonna do that.
Hey, you feel me? And I don't need. Did your parents ever even smack the shit out you? Like really? Like beat the shit? Yeah, because my parents used to beat the shit out of me. Well, my mom. I ain't gonna say my dad. 'Cause my pops never put hands on me. I ain't gonna lie. Actually, he slapped me one time when I got suspended in like 7th grade. But I deserved that shit respectfully. I ain't gonna lie.
Respectfully.
Respectfully. But yeah, like it's crazy to me, like how you learn so well. Maybe you was just smarter than me, and then I was just a dickhead. Because it's like, why the fuck I could get physically beaten? That shit didn't change anything. I mean, granted, it did make me a little more conscious a little later on. But when I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck.
You don't care.
Like you wasn't even doing the type of dumb shit we was doing in like 4th and 5th grade, and you know, like 6th grade. I mean, you was also a slick motherfucker, never got caught. That's the type of shit. That's who you was. You was a slick nigga that never got caught. That's what it was, actually. Let me take that back. But even then, though, like, yeah, plenty of things. You were always good at being there, like, yeah, nah, that's not me, bro. I'm gonna go this way. Like, that nigga's bugging. Nah, I'm a highlight.
I'm out of here.
That nigga's doing too much. Yeah, like, word.
But yeah, man. So, if anybody listen, Compound Effect by Hardy, I forgot his last name.
Yeah, that's a hell of a lesson people need to learn.
It's a great book. Just do a little bit over a long period of time. It's better than doing a lot of bit and being inconsistent.
And I was gonna ask on a completely other note, shift gears, because I know we about to have to wrap stuff up, but it's about to be the New Year's. I remember you had mentioned, like, I don't know if you want to say this, but what's up? You gonna talk about the brand?
Oh, right? Yes. Yo, bro, I'll be forgetting.
I know. That's why I think this nigga forgot.
Oh my gosh.
He's supposed to mention this. What's up? We gonna do the drum roll?
Yes, drum roll, please. So listen, I have an announcement to make for the New Year's.
Big announcement.
So,
there you go.
I am launching an online pet retailer.
Yes, sirski. Talk to the people. What's an online retailer for the people who don't know out there?
It's an online pet store with pet goods, cat goods, dog goods, leashes, collars, harnesses.
All the good stuff for
all the good stuff for your
best
pets.
Friends.
Also for owners and stuff. You know, we have some stuff for the owners as well, pet lovers in general. It's been a project that I've been putting together for a while.
Yeah, for a while.
And yeah, I've been putting together trial and error, and it's called Kablam. It's gonna be kablam.com. It's up right now. Check it out.
Y'all gotta go check out Kablam. Go buy some. Go buy.
Listen, me and my team, we've been working. We've been working really hard on it.
Yeah, I know you've been going crazy with the marketing, trying to do everything, put shit together.
I'm just trying to move the pieces right, and I think it's the perfect time. Yo, thank you for that. I've been really.
I know. I can tell you forgot. I'm like, now because I know you want to mention it before the New Year. I'm like, nah,
I really be
can't go out without this.
So yeah, kablam.com. You know,
how do you spell that for the people who don't know?
KEBLAM.
See, I 100% wasn't gonna spell it like that. I thought it was KABLAM. So KEBLAM.com.
Yes.
Stop playing. Go buy something. Go support.
Follow us on Instagram and all that. It's getting real.
Yeah,
it's about to be real for the new year, and why I picked up this business is because I'm an animal lover. I love pets.
For those who don't know, yes, black people do love animals, because I know that's some common misconception. Niggas think we hate dogs. Shout out to Michael Vick, but he bugged out. He gave niggas a really bad name. I'm not gonna lie. But listen, go ahead.
I love animals. I love pets, and I want to bring values to the pet and the pet owner as much as I can. And I just want to be a part of the happy home, the happy environment for you and your pet. And I'm just excited for the new year is going to take us, and this new adventure is going to take off. And so if you have any questions, please let me know. But kablam.com. So
yeah, man, support people who really are about what they say about. Because when I say I've never known you to not have a dog, unless you were in the mix about to get another dog, like you've always been a dog. Your pop's always been an amazing dog trainer. Like I'm talking about, I don't know how, bro.
No, my dog always.
Your dad's always been elite. Like I've seen your dogs literally go haywire. The second your dad says a word or your mom, calm down. I'll never forget. Shout out to Bow Wow, RP my son, Bow Wisdom. Yeah. Listen, man, I used to be terrified of the first dog I ever met in your crib, bro. We was in the back of this minivan on the way to a baseball game, one of your travel games, and Bow Wow was going ape shit when he went. And I was outside the car though. Yes. And then I was like, I don't know, Ma. Like, I'm not getting in there. Like, hell, not with him, not with her. Sure enough, she said, "Don't worry about it. Watch." Boom. I don't know what she said to her. Like, stop. Yo, Bow Wow sat in the middle of the car like we was all best friends, like this. Like she had a Capri Sun or something. Like I never seen a dog be so tame. So I know like your family's heavily into the whole dog culture and the pet life.
I love pets, man. And this new brand, we're really gonna be enhancing the relationship between the pets and the pet owner. So
yeah, that's dope, man. Shout out to Kablam. Shout out to Cinco. Shout out to the New Year. Shout out to Ya. Anybody's been tuning in, been showing love from the beginning, man. We want to say big thank you.
Yes. gosh.
2022 has been great to us. Bravery Studios, Marvin the producer.
Out Marvin,
he's in the back, you know what I'm saying? Got to give a big special thank you and a shout out to them, man. And it's been a Free Gems podcast, man. It's been episode 41.
And Happy New Year to all, and my blessings to everybody. A safe and healthy and prosperous New Year to everybody.
Yes, Sirski, and we are gone.
We out of here.